Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Sexual, a.k.a. Coach Bird, and I'm the host of the BYRDCAGE Show. Cousin Tracy? All right. Now, before we get started and introduce our esteemed guest here in the cage with us on the couch, last episode, if you didn't see it, make sure you go check that out. It's the Cousin Tracy's birthday edition. You said you're still celebrating until, was it Good Friday?
Good Friday is in.
Let me not go. Black Friday. It's a Friday. All right, Black Friday.
First of all, in one of our episodes, I thought he had found the Lord. Clearly.
Black Friday.
Black Friday.
Okay. All right. So we still got a couple more days.
I can't. Really, I can't.
I tried. It was Friday. It was a Friday. I know what's coming up.
For a long time.
Yeah, right. That's the important part.
Listen, my voice is back, as y'all can see.
Yes.
No, because I be trying to give people a break. So
you're still accepting gifts?
Always accepting gifts.
Right.
I got a Panzerotti too last week.
Oh, there you go.
Remember I said the Panzerotti? I said Panzerotti. No more Panzerottis, y'all can only do one a month. That's my one.
That's my one. That's what's up. Well, as you see, like I said earlier, our esteemed guest here on the this episode 75. You know what I'm saying? Moving right along with him.
World traveler over there.
World traveler. If you don't know her, you're going to get to know her. You know what I'm saying? Dance instructor, owner of an academy, owner of a dance school, Camden Board of Education. What else we got? It's just like a
Camden
native. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a
Graduate
long
of
list.
Kansas City Public School.
List. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know who we're talking about NYEMAH GiLLESPIE. Thank you. Why don't you say what's up to the people real quick?
Hi, y'all. I'm excited to be here. So I watch almost every episode. I have some really good legends that sit on this couch, so it's an honor to be here.
We're glad you made time for us. We know your schedule is
busy.
Look, it took a lot to get on.
I don't even know if I can tell the people this is like 2 months
of scheduling.
Yes.
But we're here now.
We're here now, so we're going to get it on and popping. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get it on and popping. And we just wanted to have her on. Just first of all, for her legendary status, that long list of accomplishments I just read, you know what I'm saying? But also, she's big into mentoring, like I said. She's an entrepreneur. She started her own academy and whatnot, and, we're going to talk all about that. And it's just, we like to, bring people that are doing things, especially for our city kids, you know what I'm saying? Bring them on, give them a platform just to let people know who might not know. You know what I mean? What it is and the good things it's doing for the city.
And also, I try to, me and Sech both try to bring people on because a lot of people have a misconception on what comes out of Camden. Mm-hmm. So we need to let people know nationally on this platform what Camden really looks like and who we are. Definitely. And this is us. So, and we're still giving back.
This is us.
That's
why she's here.
We're still here. We're still giving back. We're still doing what we need to do for our younger people, for the next generation coming up. And Sech and I are now considered OGs. So it's our duty and our obligation to make sure you guys know who's next up. And these young people and some of the people that sit on the couch are next up. Mm-hmm. And we need to let you guys know who they are.
Stay the goat.
So, real quick, just let the people know that might not know you. A little quick history, background a little bit.
So, I'm NYEMAH GiLLESPIE, born and raised right here in Camden, New Jersey. People, I know high school was on the notes, but I gotta let people know I'm a cream school cat.
Okay.
Elementary school, K through 8. Don't skip that. And a graduate from Creative Arts High School. I was a dance major. I went on to attend Morgan State University. I majored in social work, which we'll get into that later. Mm-hmm. My mom wanted me to go there, y'all. I didn't really want to do that. But even in the mix of college, I learned who I was. I realized I didn't want to do social work. I wanted to dance. That's all I could do. I was jittery in class. So I had a real battle with my mom and my family when I decided to drop out of college. When I dropped out, I moved to Atlanta. I joined a dance company out there, which was fun. But then I got homesick. Everybody was back home, so that's where I wanted to be. And when I came back, I found out it wasn't enough really for me to do here. TH will tell you we was doing all kinds of stuff. I teach the seniors how to dance. I volunteered to coach Camden High marching band for a couple of years. Okay. And just trying to find my footing in my own way. Right. So then here I am. That turned into a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, Now, what year did you come out? Sorry, what year did you come out of Camden High?
Creative
I mean, I'm
Creative
well.
They be wanting everybody to come
Yeah,
out
right
there.
there. We do. We do. I'm sorry. We do. That's what I meant to say.
2006.
Okay.
2006.
Okay.
Yes.
So, real quick, for those young people that do watch us, and we always say that school isn't for everybody. And I remember having a conversation with NYEMAH when she said she wanted to talk to her mother in reference to leaving Morgan State. And I just told her school isn't, there's a school out there for everybody, but everybody isn't for school. And I knew her passion. I knew dance was her thing. So I was like, listen, just go right at it. Attack it head on. Attack it head on. Tell your mom, we don't want to keep wasting this money.
We don't want to waste this money. And that's what she said. We don't want to waste this
That's
money.
what I told you. I said, listen, tell your mom, you don't want to waste this money.
And it was the closing argument. It worked too. So.
That's what's up. So let's get right into it. Since we just said, you know what I'm saying, you came back home because you wanted to dance, you know what I'm saying, went to Atlanta and all that good stuff. Dare to Dance. Let's tell the people what it is for those that don't know, you know what I'm saying, and you know why you felt the need to create that platform.
It's funny. I'm going to reference TH a lot in this conversation. Growing up, that's all I wanted to do was dance. That's all I've ever done. And I used to talk to my girlfriends all the time, like, I just want to own a dance school.
Okay.
Back then, I don't even really know why. It just felt right. Right. So when I got back home, I felt the gap. I had a conversation with TH about that too. Sydney King School of Dance, it's been a while, you know what I mean, since we had that in the city.
Okay.
A lot of people was traveling to Philly. We got to go outside to take classes.
Gotcha.
Even as far as Pennsauken, but there was never nothing here in the city. And we've had programs, and I think people confuse that. Dance programs with a dance school.
Gotcha.
So I wanted to make sure that we put that back. And it was really for the love of Sydney King and the legacy that she had here because everybody, we all went to Sydney King.
At some point,
everybody got that picture in black and white of Sydney King. So
everybody has been there, that's for sure.
So I know that the love of dance was already here, and I just wanted to kind of bring that back. So when I got back home, we were doing like little stuff here and there. I think I did like one actual program. It was called Dare to Dance with the Stars. I pulled in a couple of my friends from LA. Lamar, who's from Camden, he was doing Lion King at the time on Broadway. And we just had them come and teach class. And it was a really big outcome. So I'm like, yeah, maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
After that, I started looking at places. And we had one fundraiser at 6th Street. Shout out to Brian. If you ever want to do a good fundraiser, go see B. We did one fundraiser, and I think I had enough money to get the floor and all the paint. Okay. And at the time, we was at the old spot on State Street. That's where we were originally going. Okay. Jeff Williams had Jeff Jim. So he's like, you know, come on, you can have some space up there. That didn't quite work out, but shortly after that, I found a space in the square, above the doctor's office. And Dr. Jeffrey Kleeman, he had a bad taste about dance. Whoever was in there before him, he was like, nah, dance, no. So he must have took all my stuff. He Googled me, said, and he was like, yeah, well, come on, let's get this a shot. Okay. So we were there for some time. I want to say maybe 4 years. And then we outgrown it really fast.
Gotcha.
Prior to me even opening a dance school, I was a part of Dance Sensations, which was in Pennsauken. Okay. We had a huge following from there. My mom worked there. Like, it was a family atmosphere already. Gotcha. So when I opened, a lot of people was like, well, I didn't even know about it. But blessings to God, I didn't have to really promote either. We had a following that just kind of came with.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, how long has it...
Believe it or not, this is our 9th year. This is our 9th year. It's crazy. I watched a lot of kids grow up. Right. Which sounds crazy because TH would say that about me. Like, you know, like, well, I watched a lot of kids grow up in this time frame. So, yeah, the big 9.
It hits different. It hits different. You know, when you remember having conversations. Now, to take you guys back, I actually was Nye's dance teacher at Sydney's when she was 6. So it went full circle. And you know, I've taken classes, and it's crazy because every now and then I'll drop in an adult tap class. And for those that do know me, John Royal said it here on the couch. I'm a tapper. I'm a hoofer. I'm a hoofer. I'm a hoofer. I'm a hoofer. Solid, bona fide hoofer. the dance teacher that does her tap class, her adult tap class, I'll jump in and he'd be like, yo, you don't never miss a beat. It's like, listen, I'll stop tapping for 5, 6, 7 years. I'll jump right in and remember everything.
That needs to be on the episode. Why
That's what I was just, you just took
because
my
John Will
thoughts.
says I don't got it. So I got to come to an adult tap class,
Yes,
take a little footage so we can throw it in. Because John Will was talking slick out his mouth. Tell me, I don't think you can do it no more. And I'm telling you, once you're a hoofer, you're a hoofer. That's what it is.
Be watching this. I'm not going to encourage her to bet, but you're definitely going to lose. She is definitely a talent.
Yeah, I was sitting here just when you said that. I was just thinking, like, yeah, you're going to have to put some things on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's so crazy because all of our schedules are so busy. I'll see them post the adult tap class. I'm like, oh, I'm going to attend this week. Next thing I know, I see Pam and them do. I'm like, I missed it. What happened? You know, so, but yeah. But, okay, so back to the start of their academy. She came and she asked, and to be exact, it was 1999 when Sidney King decided to close the doors at 8th and Pine. And a lot of us who were bona fide Sidney King dancers, teachers, and all that, we started going to Philly on Market Street. They had a school on, the start school was on Market Street in Camden. But now those that know Sidney King has been, my mother attended Sidney King because she used to be in a community center out Branch Village. That's how she started before 8th and Pine.
Gotcha.
So, and as a matter of fact, she just celebrated her 101st or 102nd birthday in September. So now I was like, listen, when's the last time we had a physical building, school, lessons, classes, that type of environment? And I told her it's been since 99. Now, mind we talking 2012. This is 2012 when she said that she was going to do this. So now we're talking, now 2013, she opens, and here we are 9 years later, right? So my thing is, again, people do get it confused. When she said bringing dance back to Camden, people were offended because they said, people were offended because they said dance never left Camden. No, the actual physical brick and mortar did. Brick and mortar did. We had programs here, programs there. I even went to Paramount, but that was out Pennsauken. You know what I mean? We were all over, but to actually have brick and mortar in Camden, a school, it wasn't. So she did bring dance back to Camden.
We got a lot of heat for that. Like, and that's how, I'm the kind of person, like, I like to confirm and clarify, right? Because I'm never putting nothing out there that's not right. And we did the math, like we did the history.
And we called Sandy. I called the grandkids because I'm still friends with them. You know what I mean? And we talked to everybody, and even down to what she could remember at the time, Miss Sydney, because Miss Sydney now has Alzheimer's. Love her to death, you know, but she has Alzheimer's. She's suffering. She's 102. You know what I mean? So. But yeah, we did the. She did the. Now I did the thing, but people was offended. People get offended quick.
Fast. And never meant nothing. But because more importantly, we don't have to go over the bridge no more. You know how much gas and toll and
everybody can't get it.
All the practices we steady going to Philly. Every company in Philly right now has almost 60% Camdenites in their program. We breed the arts.
Right. We got it. Right.
So my whole thing, bringing dance back to Camden. It was more like, if you look at one of our logos on the shirt, it's the bridge. Like more than anything, we back.
Right. You got to go over there.
You know what I mean? But yes, people.
So and then a lot of my grandkid doesn't go. So she's one of my daughter's closest friends. Grew up since kindergarten. Tracy don't support the dance school. My granddaughter sat down with her and said, Aunt Nye, listen, is it going to hurt your feelings if I don't come back? Because this ain't for me.
She really did.
And Nye called us up like, Bree had a real mature conversation. Y'all, don't waste your money.
Don't waste your money. And I'm not offended. I love you, Bree. I love you still.
Don't waste your money.
And it's crazy because you going to die. She'll come down in the living room. We be sitting in the living room chair. She'll come down, bust a move. We be like, what the hell are you doing? It's like she got Tourette's. She come down and be like, we be like, I'm glad we didn't waste the money.
Yo, that's funny. Now, what's the ages?
So we actually teach from ages 3 to 18. Yep. Ballet, tap, jazz, hip hop. We do master classes, which might include majorette or African. Anything that we want to, pull in. The kids have a different interest now. Like now, I gotta feel like I gotta find a TikTok.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like with all this.
Come in and just do a TikTok workshop, but Yeah. So and then and point, we do pre-point actually. I'm really big on technique, fundamentals. I don't want kids to jump into something that they're not ready for.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
So if you don't know what point is,
I was gonna ask.
okay.
I was gonna ask.
Point is the shoes that you see the professional ballerinas wear when they're on their toes, they're on their tippy toes. It's called point. That's when you're on the toes. And that takes great. You have to have core strength. You have to have an exceptional
I can't even
leg
imagine.
strength.
I be watching them.
And it takes a lot. It takes a lot. So every kid don't get to that level.
Right.
And even back in the day, like I was good at it. It just wasn't an interest of mine. Like people try to force it on you, and I'm like, listen, I know what's for me.
Right. So what was your favorite? What was your favorite
so
form?
I would say modern is my favorite style of dance. Jazz right behind it, but it was more of a free and flow. Still very technical.
Right.
But it wasn't ballet.
Gotcha.
Like most of my kids like me, I don't. Not really a fan of ballet. And that's just because of the discipline of it.
And it takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah,
and that's my thing was always, I'm not a swan, I'm a duck. Like I'm not a swan, I'm a duck.
So you said tap dancers are the ducks?
Yes, we everywhere. You're up, you're there, your hands. They ain't gotta be. The more crazy your hands are, the better it looks. It sounds.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you. That's what's up.
See, so this conversation right here, y'all really ain't know I was a dancer. People people be thinking that listen, it was a requirement to have. My brother even had to go to Sydney. Gussie ain't play. It was a requirement.
But did it not help the footwork when it comes to the athletic part?
Footwork and your core.
Yes.
Your core and your balance and being upright. You know, a lot of young people don't know how to be upright, and dance brings that.
Gotcha.
Dance brings the upright.
I could definitely see that. Now, did that lead into the whole Dare Academy? We went from Dare to Dance, and because you got a lot going on. Because I was on the website doing my research, and it's just like list of things underneath the umbrella. Like it's
So
please.
right now, all right, I gotta tell you a little backstory, right?
All right.
So when I decided to leave school, my mom was pissed. She was livid, you know. Dance just not really gonna make you no money. I ain't trying to figure it out. Like, you know, she was having her little tantrum. But after physically making it happen, it was like, oh, we can do this. Then it became Dare to everything. Like down to we had Thanksgiving and my uncle like, oh, we should do Dare to cook. Like, everything became Dare. So what happened?
Dare to cook.
It's crazy. I got with my partner and co-founder Anthony Ways, and our partner Miss Pam. She has I Dare to Care. And it just seemed to fit, right? It just seemed to work. In that, we started finding people that had this niche for something. And because the brand was growing so large, everybody's like, well, I don't need to reinvent the wheel. We
Right. Just go
dare to do it.
Right, dare to do it.
So my cousin, actually my aunt's son, is a gymnastics guru. He's been working for Cherry Hill Gymnastics Academy forever. But he wanted to come back to the city and do something. So that's how we got Dare to Flip.
Gotcha.
Which is a gymnastics academy, and we do the same. It mirrors the dance program exactly, ages 3 to 18. That came in. Ms. Pam has I Dare to Care, which has been in existence for over 15 years now. So she was really where I got the dare to from. Because like you gotta dare somebody. Like you know what I mean?
Right. I like it.
So it just pulled. Then, you know, we got into it with Chris Cream. You know, his passion already is acting. So now it's Dare to Act. I've ran into Sierra. She graduated from high school. She wants to do Dare to Sing. So everything just falling. It just flowed and it just made sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a lot for me, but I love to see everybody living their truth. So if I can help in any way, then.
Nah, that's what's up. Yeah, because when I was looking, I was like, you guys one stop shopping. Here, it's like
everything.
It's like going to Walmart or something.
And the way it intertwines
Target,
now, so we have outside of just the Dare brand itself, WCMD Media is a radio.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I did see that.
I did see that. So for podcasting and stuff like that, if you wanted to shoot a video, so you want to record your music, you want to shoot the actual video, we like have a huge green screen in there, so you can get your videos edited. Everything is like a one-stop shop.
Gotcha.
So what we try to do is sometimes we have artists come in and they're like, I want to shoot my music video. Cool. But now that turns into a show, and now you need dancers. So now we go and pull our older kids to intermediate. So it all kind of it works itself out. Like, so.
Maybe go
And it
shoot
definitely
a
gets
shoot a video.
Doing
Go shoot a
what?
video. The birdcage promo or
Y'all can do
something.
like a
Like a
little
commercial
intro.
or something.
No.
Something like
We
that.
need to do a new
Yeah,
intro because
right.
the intro that's currently was
Yeah.
before I was made a co-host.
Right, definitely.
It ain't
We
a
do.
picture in there. It ain't
Yes.
got nothing to do with me.
gonna redo it.
And I'm watching it the other day on my, because now I watch it on the TV. I didn't. Bree taught me that I could do the YouTube on the TV.
TV.
I don't gotta sit and watch it, so I watch us on TV. And I'm like, this promo, this gotta go. This intro gotta go.
I don't even know why I brought it up. But
Because
yes,
the way
we need to.
their academy,
Yes. We definitely hooked that up. Yes.
And then they got a spot over there where a young lady named Giovanna, she uses a studio to do family photos and
Oh, yeah?
pictures. Because that's where the
so
grandbaby get all them pictures done.
Okay,
there.
got you.
It's like a room. It's
It's
a
a business
yeah.
district added to the space, and it's just really because we know a lot of people were looking for a space for their businesses. A little easier to just rent the spaces.
Right.
Go through the whole thing. So we got Jerica's there with Healing Her Entrance is a yoni steaming business for all the ladies that need their little personal.
Oh, yeah, we got to
products.
put her information up. Somebody just asked me about the Yoni Steam the other day.
Yeah.
And I told him I was going to send it to him.
Yeah.
We'll put it up.
She's real good.
Don't even ask.
Coretta's over there. It's the pop off. It's a event decorating business. Really dope.
Okay.
Her stuff
Okay.
is really dope. Like she said, Jai's over there with the photography studio.
So what we're going to try to do for those that are watching this, anybody that's under the Dare Academy logo, brand, we're going to try to put their Instagram information so you guys can kind of go there and see what they have to offer. Anybody that's underneath the Dare Academy brand.
And that's one of the biggest things I'm having a problem with. Like when people ask me, my elevator pitch for it is because it's so much.
Right.
And like
right.
even still, like I'm thinking about stuff I didn't mention. Transformative Justice Initiative is there. So Anton Henshaw is one of the brothers that came home recently. And these are brothers that freed themselves, like studied law, got themselves out of prison, and now trying to help other people. I know y'all familiar with, oh Lord, I call him Big Baby, so now it's going to be stuck in my head. I can't even think about it. But Baker.
Stuff and Kevin.
Got you.
Yeah.
So they just came home. Mr. Ways and Tone and all of them helped them get out. So now they have programs like Meet Them at the Gate.
Okay.
So they get releases. They go meet brothers and sisters at the gate. Just applying with gift cards. They get clothes.
Yeah.
And get on their feet. Help them get a job. Stuff that really matters. So yeah, it's a lot, y'all.
What's the tell them the website?
So you can go to www.dareacademycmd.com. Is the best place for me to help you out. Everything is there.
So now that we done hit the entrepreneur elevator with her, and we know, and we know that she is an esteemed entrepreneur, she gonna change her hat real quick.
She got many.
You are now part of, for the second term, the Kansas City School District Advisory Board. What made you want to be part of that, and how does that, along with being an entrepreneur, how does all of that, how do you fit time for all of that?
Yes.
It's crazy.
Because, before you address it, just know, Kansas City School District Advisory Board, they don't get paid at all. So now.
So when we talk about like change, right? I've always been big in the community, always been big on being a change and not the chatter, and trying to find ways to up the ante for me, like, cause we make the change, right? We got all these giveaways and we do community events all the time, but it was like, where can I make real change at? Kids are in school 90% of the time. You gotta think about it, right? You get like 2 summers off, but like off for the weekend, but they're in them schools with them teachers majority of the time.
Right.
And I felt like if there was a place I could make change the most, it would be in the school district. Especially a school district that raised us, right? Because we came out all right. I mean, me and all my friends, we all right. You know, products of the public school. So if I can remember how things work for me and make sure that we're keeping it there and above, then we're going to be all right. So my mom was like, yeah, I don't know, you in politics. My mom's in there with her. She doesn't be worried about me, y'all. She love me. And she like, you going to jump into this? And I'm like, yeah, we here now. And the first election was a little rough. I didn't really know what to expect. It was my first time really doing it. I mean, I did elections in 8th grade. Right. But this was a different level when you going throughout the
big
city.
leagues.
Yeah,
the big leagues.
So it was a learning curve for me. But once I got on a board, I was so excited
Okay.
because I'm learning the ins and outs of the decision making.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Where the policies reside. I'm saying, oh, like now I can really make something shake in this space. Right. Yeah, and you know, my crazy self wanted to run it.
But we also know, and let's call a spade a spade. We also know, although you guys are elected officials and a lot of people elected officials, sometimes some of the changes that you want to implement are above you, that you can't control. You can only do what you can do. And when did you learn that part? When did you learn that part that I know this needs to be, but I can't make them understand this is the change that needs to happen?
But see, the thing about it is, even with that, it's about being a people person. Because I might not physically be able to make the change, but now I'm building a relationship with who can.
Gotcha.
And making a sway to say, hey, reconsider this. Really look at this and coming with facts.
Right.
Let me show you, because this will work, X, Y, and Z. And then also being in that space, because we don't really have a lot of control on a board, is finding the resources. So now we out there and we trying to find the resources to make certain stuff happen. Certain programs, like I know Falio is like a big fighter for bilingual, the population. He's like, we got to translate this in Spanish. We do have a lot of Latino students. So we have to make sure that now we implement that. The board might not approve it. We might not even have no money to do so. Right. But now we're going to be out there and trying to find the resources to make it happen. And that's just what we do day to day. Like, you know, I'm doing that daily, trying to find money to figure out how to help. You know what I mean? So it kind of runs together in a sense. And then when you got family that's in the schools, like we're having these conversations daily. Like these kids need help. These kids is a different breed, it's a different generation. And especially after COVID, trying to keep them engaged. This whole campaign, I just been trying to explain to people how big parent involvement is. And I think that's why God gave me a son. Because I was helping from a certain level, but now that I'm a mom, I see it different. And I'm like, yeah, we got to get these parents involved. And outside of the school board, even for my son's school, I'm the president of their parent council at his school. Then got elected to now become the president of the policy committee. And now I go to Vegas in a couple of weeks and go and run for president of the entire nation's
Where she find time?
Yeah, I don't know. But now I'm in it. I love it. So now I can't. And then the sidebar, because this is where stuff gets spooky, right? Because when you think about my upbringing, me going to Head Start, dealing with OEO, and being under your dad, like, so I know, like, this is full circle for me now that I'm in it. It's all starting to click and make sense. You know, this is where I'm supposed to be. So
that's what's up.
I mean, and that's definitely the key with anything you do. Finding your lane and where you're supposed to be.
I think I'm in a good space. I don't really know how to juggle it all. You know, it goes day by day. Like when people ask me, like, well, what's your schedule? I'm like, every day is different. I really can't tell you because every day is different. If the school call and they're saying, oh, Miss Gillespie, we had this today. Can you come? I'm going.
Right.
I got you. Offset everything because now I gotta be there. Like, and at the school it's crazy because just being a people person and knowing all the spaces. Grand Avenue, Aceleros, where my son is in. That's right there off of Mountain Pike, where Benson Street is. You know where the Harris store is? It's the craziest intersection right there. They flying nonstop. So now, I'm there. Little baby almost get hit. Made my nerves super bad. I spent the next 2 days pounding the pavement, getting signatures. Then being up at City Hall, making a scene, because y'all need stop signs out there. Now, when I'm going through the process, we get the stop signs up. Now every center want one. Can you Pierce Avenue need some stop signs? So that's the biggest downfall once I start something.
Right.
I walked Kaz into the building the other day and the lady come to me and she speaks like a little bit of English. And she like, I got this ticket, you know, the sweeper came, but I had to drop the baby off. And but now I'm thinking about why y'all let the sweeper come between 8 and 12.
Right. When you
know. You drop the street only this big. There's nowhere else for them to go.
Right.
So now I'm dealing with that. You know what I mean? Like, even for election, like a lot of people kept saying like, well, I hope I just don't see you during election time. Which was funny because then like you see my name or you see me, but then you don't think about Dare to Dance. So like I had told the lady, I said, well, you might not see me or my name specifically, but you'll see my brand. Right. And when I say Dare to Dance, she said, oh, you know, my grandbaby was just there. So then it all clicks. And, and I try to tell people too, And I don't know, shout out to the mayor because I don't know how he does it. Like, he was on the ground with us majority of the time. And people want you to come to them.
Right.
But at the same time, you got to meet us where we are.
True.
Like, because you could come to the board meeting every month. I'm going to be there. You can meet me there.
Right.
And see my face. But, you know, our city, they want us to be in the forefront, which is true. Like, but I can't do that every day.
Because we live in a county, we live in a city, we live in a state. I'm going to go reverse. We live in a city, we live in a county, we live in a state where they give people everything. So they feel entitled to, you got to come to them.
Right,
Because they used to getting.
So
you got to come to me.
So true.
Well, you got that because we were here, so y'all might want to meet us.
Right.
But it's all about programming, right? Because people are only going to do what you allow them to do. And this is the crazy thing, and this is how my world's mixed. When it comes to dance school and the recitals, if I say my show started at 3 o'clock, it's going to start at 3 o'clock.
Gotcha.
I don't like being late.
Right.
And now people wasn't understanding it at first.
Okay.
Now we at Rutgers, you know, I hired the police department, everybody to come. 3 o'clock, lock that door.
Right.
Now Boo Boo done performed twice already, and Daddy's still in the parking lot. And now when Daddy gets to the door, he's saying, "Well, I can't see my daughter."
Right.
I bet you'll be on time.
Next time,
Yeah, I'm a stickler for time.
Like
you know.
and now people know.
We know.
Yeah. Now I got people that come to the recitals like an hour in advance because they don't want to miss it.
Right.
But we have to reprogram our
true
people.
It's but you know that runs back to my lane. Mental health is because it's a psychological process. Your mind thinks one way all the time. You have to your mind is a machine. You have to reprogram your mind to think differently, and it's hard for people to adjust to the reprogramming. It's easy to get kids to adjust to the reprogramming, but we don't. We don't reprogram our kids. We just keep it status quo. Whereas the stuff that we did or we do, we allow them to do. No, you reprogram them now or program them properly now. And it goes back to train a child up in the way of the Lord and he'll know which way to go. So, but people, it's hard to, it's a mindset, you know, and it's hard to change the mindset of our people and to change the look of people. Like my thing is, people, we have 77,000 registered voters. And we're going to go back to, and I'm only going to go to this, and I'm not going to get on no political ring. 77,000 registered voters. I think this election was maybe 8,000 voters.
Which was still, believe it or not,
a lot.
Good turnout.
Right.
Because one mayor, I won't say the name, won with like 3,500 votes. One term. But my thing is, my point is now we're dealing with people who feels like that their voice doesn't matter. And they don't, it didn't change nothing before. But what you don't know is, let's rewind the time. People fought for this. People died for this.
You're right.
And you can't be changed unless you vote. Now, me and people will tell you, I tell jokers all the time, I voted for you.
Right.
So you gotta listen to me.
And hold them accountable.
Right.
And that's an important thing. Like
accountability.
I think probably the day after elections, I was so tired, but my son had me at Chuck E. Cheese. I wanted to go live and say thank you because people should know. Like, this matters. And if you didn't do that, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
It matters. Like, and I had people say, yo, thank you for letting me know that my vote counts. But it's so much trust that was lost. In this
years for
and
years.
And then you got to deal about the generations. If you hear your mom and your grandma say, I ain't voting and I'm not doing that. Oh, they all this and they all that. And that, it trickles down. And now we got this thing that don't nobody want to vote. Listen, y'all, I was on Sheridan Street 2 days before election. I'm on Sheridan. Y'all gotta vote. I'm like, no, for real.
And then there's a misconception for our people in our culture that if you are a convicted felon, you can't vote. That's not true. If you're not on any supervision, you can register to vote. And our young men don't know that. Your conviction does not stop you from voting.
Henshaw, who was on the forefront of making sure that law went through, so that everybody could vote.
Right. It's not the fact that you're a convicted felon that stops you from voting. If you're on supervision, you cannot vote. But once your supervision is up, you can register to vote. And our young people don't know that. I remember for the one time I ran, I'm going in a barbershop and everybody like, Tracy, I can't. Yes, you can. Who told you that you couldn't? Yes, you can register. Fill out this registration form. My thing is for me, and when I ran, I didn't even want to win. I just wanted to wake people up.
right.
because we
Gotcha.
were so lost.
Right.
And I'm watching a generation behind me that's lost.
Right.
So I'm like, listen, if I don't take a stand
Right,
and
right.
show
It's
them,
right.
who does? And then I'm glad to see the younger generation behind me, like the Nyes, the Elton Cousins, and people like that watch me teach them.
Right,
They're now
right. Now
doing
they're
the
doing
thing.
it. Yeah,
And
that's what's
I'm thankful to each and every one of you guys. Nam Nelson as well, because he
Right.
is quite younger than us as well. You know, just the younger people that are taking a stand
Right.
and trying to change the next generation.
right.
And you
That's
know, that's
what's
what
up.
it's about, because the generation before us, no shade, the generation before us didn't prepare us with financial literacy. They didn't prepare us with a lot of things that we needed.
Right.
So we can
Or
teach.
even just history.
Right.
for that
Right,
part.
right,
I can
right.
only go back as far as
That's right, that I
you
know.
what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
But even when I look at what's going to come for the next generation, they got to know about Arnold Burger. You know what I mean? Like, we have to be able to pass that information on.
Right.
We can't be selfish.
Right,
And I
right.
think that's what we had to deal
Right.
with. It was a lot of
Right,
selfishness.
and it's crazy to be in a family,
Right.
in a family like ours,
Right,
and
right,
didn't know
right.
what actually who
Right,
Lily Hall really was.
Right, exactly.
The first time you see it is when we sitting here chilling, watching the game, and it pop up on
Pop up on
ESPN.
us,
Now
yeah.
he gone.
Right.
So now we was like, oh, that Florida State thing, can somebody tell us?
Right.
But everybody's gone.
Right.
So who can really
can
tell?
really
So
tell?
now I had to reach out to somebody at Florida State
Right.
because they teach it down there
Right.
as part of their Omega Psi Phi fraternity. That's part of their
Right.
history,
Right.
their sports history. Because we right in the fair. We
But
don't talk about
thankful
it.
for you, because some people wouldn't even go.
Yeah,
vote
wouldn't even
the
go for that far.
information.
Right,
You get what I'm saying? Like,
True
and
indeed.
that's the most important part. Like, even this election, we hitting the streets again. We run into Mandy, and I only see Mandy usually in the bar, but you know, shout out to Mandy. And she was like, "Y'all making all this noise on my block." I'm like, "Yeah, now come on, get out and vote." That her coming out the vote ended up turning her hanging with us all day.
Okay.
Then in that she making phone calls. Y'all better get
You
out
better
and
get
vote. You know what I mean?
right,
Like,
right,
now
right,
she
right,
see
right.
like, oh, this is what it is.
Right.
In her mind, she thinking, man, you know, all the stuff I got going on,
Right,
I can
right,
never
right,
really
right.
be in this mix. Yes, you can.
That's
Yes, you
what's up.
can. And now I'm excited to kind of turn that narrative, because yes, you can. We
Right.
need everybody.
Right.
Everybody
yeah,
plays
yeah.
a part in this, and you just got to put your feet into it.
True.
Like, and a lot
And
of people
show
don't know
up.
how to help. Yeah,
And show up, but I
I'm
tell-
getting better at putting people on the schedule. I send the link now. Or we can meet, but
We can meet,
click the
but-
link. But I tell people all the time, use me, don't misuse me.
That's what's up.
Like, so
what's up.
you need help, I'm telling you, sometimes I'm dead tired, but I'm gonna send you a text, and if I can't help you, I'm gonna send you to
It's somebody who can.
That's where I'm at right now, forwarding the message. I'm
Yeah,
twiddling my
You
toes.
sent a couple of people to me this last week too.
Forward the message.
Like,
Hey, hey.
Get that assist.
But,
No
then,
look.
but listen though, it's the no look pass. But then
No
I do
look.
tell the people, tell them Tracy said that.
Right, yeah, right.
Because they ain't gonna just answer
they
your
go-
call.
right.
And I always say this. I say,
Right, nah, true.
shoot them a text first
Right.
and say, hey, Tracy Hall told me to reach out for.
Right.
Just don't call.
Just don't call.
And it's
It's
a
not-
juice card. That's how, and it's important to be good people.
Yeah, true.
You gotta be good people. And I tell people all the time, people say, well, Nye, how did you do this? Or being a good
Right,
person.
right.
Because
Takes you a long way.
a long way. Like, I wouldn't be in
Long
certain rooms if I wasn't a good person. Like, I wouldn't know half the people I know
Right,
if I wasn't a good
right,
person. You know what I mean?
right.
And like she said, you got to put yourself in them spaces, and it's uncomfortable. at
Right.
first, but
Well,
outside looking in, you're doing
yeah.
great. you know
You in
what
all
I'm
the
saying?
spaces.
You are doing well
In
in
all
all
the
of
rooms.
them. You know what I'm saying?
At the
all
table.
of them at the table.
With a chair, got a name on it.
Oh, with a name on it.
I fought so hard.
They
Like,
want
and
it.
it's so funny because I think we had a situation. We ended up at City Hall. I was kind of protesting. I was being a rebel at one point. And out there, I made
And
it
here's the
clear.
thing. I showed up. I didn't even know. She called. She did it. Listen, anybody that know, certain people do a community call. I don't even be knowing what the issue is. I be like, yo, I gotta go out here. They called about Camden High. I was out there. What happened? They said something about fire. I work at a family school. I don't know. I'm here. I told the principal, hey, I gotta go. The high school kids need me. I don't know what they need you for. I don't know. If I gotta break up a fight, but I'm gonna go. Listen, they call. She be like, we need the community show. Yeah, I'm gonna go out here for a little bit. Show up. What you going for? I don't know. They said.
They
we can show up.
said, come on, I need you.
Listen, can we? I show up at the cleanup. You know, I'm like, oh, it's cleanup.
But that's one thing I don't play about my people.
Right, nah,
Like,
I can
certain
see.
stuff I
You can
just
see
deem
that.
as disrespect, and we not doing that.
Right.
Like, that's just not what we're doing. So now when I make the call, it was enough people out there for me to finally vocally say, yo, where y'all been?
Right.
And it wasn't out of like in a disrespectful way, but I've been out here figuring this out on my own.
Right.
Like,
Right.
why y'all ain't? Why y'all out here? Y'all got all this history.
Right.
Y'all know all this stuff. You know why certain stuff in the city don't work.
Right.
Share it.
Right.
Because then we can try to find a solution.
Right,
Like,
right.
It just, that was the first time I got to say it out loud.
Right. Got you.
And I'm going to say this out loud. This ain't taking nothing away from nobody. The history, and sometimes in our history, things didn't always work out. But if you revisit it, you can figure out why it didn't work and tweak it to make it work.
Yes.
Now, I remember having a conversation with a captain on the police department currently. That unity policing was how I got my foot in the community. It was called community policing. I did that for 15 years of my career, almost my whole entire career, because I only did 21 years.
Right.
So my thing is, my whole career was done with community policing. My thing is, it worked.
Right.
Right. Right.
And although people wanted to give the misconception that Camden City Police Department, it didn't work, I can go anywhere in this city right now, and any young man that's 40, from 30 to 50, that has been, and women that's been in this community, in this city, know my name. And I've had some type of dealings with them or somebody in their family.
Right.
But I say that because, and I told the captain, go back to what worked.
Right.
Just
Right.
tweak it
Right.
and make it fit
Right. Right. This
this year.
Miss
Right.
Pam always says,
Right.
she all the time, let's not reinvent the wheel.
Right.
Right.
Why? Because there's so many people that want to try to create something new. It's not necessary,
Right.
y'all. You actually putting yourself behind
Right, trying to
that.
do it all.
When you just
Yeah.
come to the table, and it's a pride thing with us, Lord, I don't know what it is. But don't be afraid to ask for help.
Right.
Like, if I got a little bit of understanding in something, come and ask me.
Right.
I'm going
But
to get
people
you
are
a little
afraid
further
to
than you.
ask
Right,
people,
I'm with
and
you.
then more importantly, because, and I'm going to speak on me, people think they better than me, and people think they better than me, so they don't want to ask me no questions. But guess what? I'm a plethora, a whole bunch of answers,
Right.
and that's how it is.
Right.
And I'm only speaking for me, but it's a lot of people that's like that. People are scared to. People look down on certain people, but those are the people that got the answers.
right,
You know what I mean?
right,
And sometimes they're afraid to ask them.
And, but social media has made this like such an untouchable thing, right? Like, it's weird when I see people and they're like, "Oh, you actually look like yourself." Are you actually? And I'm like, y'all know, like, I'm outside
Right.
90% of the
Right,
time. Like,
right,
I'm not
right,
hiding.
right. I'm
I
not
am who
hiding.
I
Right,
am.
right,
I am
right,
for real. And
right.
people get this like untouchable,
Yeah,
ghostly thing
yeah,
about
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Like, she's not reachable.
Right.
Like,
Can't get right.
yeah,
I got
like,
you.
oh, I was gonna DM you, but why didn't
Yeah.
you?
Right.
Like, I don't have
And
no
then I may not
Yeah,
answer
right.
you right away because I might be sleeping or taking a nap, but I'm answer.
But I get you. Yeah. I get back to
And
you.
that's, but that's the
what's up.
thing with our people, and it is pride. Our people are afraid too, because in their mind they either put people up here, or at some point they putting them down here.
Right,
right.
So they don't want to have to ask either one
Right.
your opinion,
Right.
because
True.
now I'm not who I say I am.
Right, right. And we talked about it before too. Like a lot of times, like it's, not to use the old cliche, but it's strength in numbers. You know what I'm saying? So besides all of us just coming together, making it work, it's like, well, if Coach Bird's name ain't on top, I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna do it. I don't need y'all. I'm gonna do it by myself, so I get all the glory. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Listen,
just
I don't
stupid.
need no damn glory. 'Cause I
Their
just-
academy under the logo it clearly says home of the Camden Collaborative, and we truly believe everything is better together. I don't have all the answers. I
Right.
don't want to have all the
Right.
answers. I'm tired. Like, I'm juggling a lot as it is,
Right.
and like I rather people be like, hey, like this is what I want to do. I got the space. I got the
Right.
resources. I'm going to help you.
Right.
You helping you help me.
Right, right,
You know
right,
what
right,
I mean?
right,
Like,
right,
it's
right,
no
exactly.
competition, like, and that's crazy.
Right.
As soon as I said that, I saw Nam's hoodie. And that's your
Right, yeah.
Right.
But it's the truth.
I was actually gonna wear that
Me
today,
too.
but I
I
decided
thought about it.
because
I
it's
red one.
playoff day, I decided I would support.
I asked him for 1,000 times because it's the truth. Like, I'm not your competition.
Right.
And we got to say it out loud because people really don't
Yeah,
believe
no,
that
you're right.
we mean it.
Right.
Like, we do. I'm not your competition. I want help.
Right.
Nobody was there to walk me through it. Like, the business stuff, like, I mean, I had a few people, but it's just like, I was really experimenting.
Right,
That's
right.
the truth. Like, and we deal with a lot of people that talk.
Nah, true.
It's a whole lot of talking. And
True.
I get how you feel. Your feelings are valid because you're experiencing whatever you're going through. But if you're sitting there and you're not offering a solution after your vent session, you're still the problem.
Right.
You're still the problem.
Nah, you're
We,
right.
well, because we've
right.
not, we haven't learned how to be solutions oriented.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's coming to fruition now, and we just didn't know it before. We didn't know
Right.
how to be part of the solution.
Right.
We just want to bitch. We want to bitch and moan, and there is a space for that though. There's a space for bitching,
Right.
but there's also for a space for rolling up your sleeves and getting
Put
some
some work
shit
in.
done.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. So before we get out of here, why don't you just let everybody know where they can find you at, all your social medias,
Oh, man, I just told you I
pages,
wasn't
and
good
all
at
that.
my elevator pitch. If you're interested in any programming at all, it's best that you go to
Okay, there you go.
www.daracademycmd.com. My personal Instagram is I'm just Miss Nye. Facebook, NYEMAH GiLLESPIE.
Future plans, what you thinking?
I
Real
don't
quick,
know.
just
Rolling with
see
the
what
punches,
happens.
see what happens.
See what
Well,
happens.
you know.
You know what I mean? As
got
long
you. Nothing wrong with
as
that.
it keeps me in the lane of being a change. That's
What's
cool
up.
with it.
That's what's up. I
Use
like
me,
that.
but don't miss you.
Right, I like that. You got any shout outs, anything before we get out there?
Shout out to all the people doing the work.
There you go.
If you're doing the work, no matter how big, no matter how small you think it is, shout out to you. You matter. You're important. And I tell people that no matter if it's in your house, if it's on your block, if it's just in your section of the city, I don't care where it is. If you're doing something to be the change, I'm proud of you. Keep it up. And I'm here if you need me. Because that's important. We need more people doing the work.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up. Well, definitely glad you was able to carve out a little bit of space.
I'm coming back.
Let's make it happen.
I'm coming back. When the camera goes, matter of fact, wait, I'm coming back because John Royal coming back. And I'm going to bring a board. TX going to bring her tap shoes.
There we go. There we
We're
go.
going to have a show for y'all.
There we go.
I'm coming back to hang because I want to watch the game.
There we go. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, cuz. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do. You know what I'm saying? Love you to death. You know, we still got a couple days left for some celebrations. So we're going to make sure we take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of that. And again, just thank you. This was good. You know what I'm saying? Very informative. Now I know, what's it called? Point?
Point.
Now, okay, point. I don't think I can handle that. I think those days is long. I'll be out here in traction or something. You know, I'll be like, this is a show. Coach Bird is in traction on the floor right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this was fun. And like I said, just thank you.
So of course I want to thank you, Nye, for showing up and giving us the time. More importantly, the whole key premise in all of this is find your purpose, find your passion, and run with it.
Yep.
Just remember, you can, if you have it in your mind to do it, you can make it happen. You just have to put your best foot forward. Just remember, everybody's here to serve a purpose. Just make sure you're serving it properly, and remember to serve it with a smile. I'm wearing today.
Yeah, I see what I'm saying. That's it. Like,
Look, it took a long time
about
for
to
it
lay on the
get
couch. Like, so when I was little.
It took a long time for it to get here. And again, I'm thankful and I'm humbled that I'm where I'm at in the space I'm in. Listen, just remember, always remember to be the best version of you that you can.
Definitely. I couldn't say it better. That's why I let you close now. You know what I'm saying? I used to have to close the role, but her therapeutic voice and everything else. Yes. Let me get out here before she be demanding some more contracts and some pizza. You said no pizza.
No more pizza.
Yeah, all right, there we go. Anyway, yeah, we have a good time here. You know what I'm saying? And that's all. We just want to inform you guys as much as we can and hope you enjoy us. And please continue to watch. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Episode 75
In the books.
Once again, I'm Sexual, a.k.a. Coach Bird. I'm the host of the BYRDCAGE Show. And we'll talk to you soon.
Great job.
It was a stone groove, my man.